Now, you've probably flipped through a fashion magazine and asked yourself, why is that poor model in such an awkward pose? It turns out there's a method to that madness, which we'll break down for you in this Fashion 101.
Would you do a pose for us?
Striking a pose has become a major part of pop culture.
Well, I guess the look I'm best known for is blue steel.
What's that look like?
And with paparazzi stalking celebrities' every move and your ex-best friend posting last night's drunken catastrophe on Facebook, you don't have to be a model to recognize we could all benefit from a little posing lesson now and then.
You can be the most beautiful girl in the world, but if you can't pose, it's over.
When did we start posing for pictures in the first place? Well, the origins can be traced back to the 1500s. That's right, I'm talking about the Mona Lisa. And if you take a closer look, you'll see Mona is clearly working it in this painting. More recent posing is all about bringing life into the picture. A 1950s Marilyn Monroe turned an unexpected gust of wind into a posing legend. In the 60s, fashion photographer Richard Avedon introduced movement into fashion imagery. The 80s supermodels used poses to play up their larger-than-life personas. And in the 90s, voguing was in vogue, thanks to Madonna.
Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it.
These days, anything goes. But there are some simple guidelines that separate the expert model posers from the rookies. First, it's important to note that there are different genres of posing in the fashion world. A Victoria's Secret pose is very different from posing for the cover of a high fashion magazine. Posing can be broken into two categories, commercial and high fashion. Commercial poses are often about fun and friendly models. And for that reason, they're often used in campaigns and catalogs that appeal to mass audiences.
Your eyes too? Yeah.
They want just very pretty, normal, natural things. You know, like putting your hand through your hair, have your hand on your hip.
It's consumer-driven rather than high-end fashion.
High fashion posing is all about drama. These types of poses are the most extreme and can often be found on the runway and in high fashion editorials like this one from Harper's Bazaar magazine.
I think editorial poses are much more sort of statuesque and more about creating body forms.
Whether the pose is for the commercial or high fashion world, there are certain poses that every fashionista should master.
The easiest one is just hand on the hip, because it always gives a nice shape.
So, hands on the hips might be the easiest to do, but it's also the most effective. Just take a look at the red carpets and you'll notice that this is the celebrity pose of choice. Coming in at a medium hard to do is posing with the eyes, made famous by supermodel Tyra Banks in her show America's Next Top Model.
It's right here.
Tyra's now famous smiling with the eyes is a must-have trick to create intensity with one's face. We asked one of Tyra's America's Next Top Model alums for a tutorial.
Smiling with your eyes is, I think, just having, like, intensity.
Yes, it looks like it hurts. For that reason alone, this most difficult of high fashion poses is best left to professionals.
Your hands on your hips, curve like that. It feels really awkward, but it looks good because there's a lot of angles.
Here are the takeaways from Posing 101 to help you be more photogenic.
Work the eyes, quick.
The eyes are the secret to posing perfection. Put an emotion behind them and try your best not to blink. Know your angles. Practice which poses look best on you, and remember, some things are best left to professionals. And if all else fails, toss your hands on your hips and hit them with your best smile. Next on Fashion File, would you fire the designer behind these clothes? Plus, our style icon Cher pioneers the fashion statement.
She kind of was truly the first mainstream star that shook it up in a really outrageous way.